What it effectively means is someone who owns an aircraft has to register it with a state, with a country somewhere. We're asking people to come to us. We think we're going to be able to give them a service that allows them to help get their aircraft in the air very quickly without any delays. And we think it's going to bring a lot of advantages to Gibraltar.
Is the infrastructure already in place?
No, we're starting from just about scratch.
Wow. Okay.
Previously, there was myself and Trevor Hammond, who is my deputy, just looking at domestic regulations, so how the airfield works, how security works at the terminal, those kind of things. So now we need to look at the registration aspects, which is the maintenance of aircraft. So we need somebody who's an expert in what we call airworthiness, that's the engineering maintenance of an aircraft, and operations of an aircraft. So we've actually recruited two people from the UK, United Kingdom Civil Aviation Authority, very experienced people. And with them, we're now looking forward to making the regulations into procedures and giving information to the aircraft owners so they know what we will expect.
It's an ambitious project.
It's a tight timeline as well. So
what is the timeline?
We have to be ready for an audit by the Department for Transport in the United Kingdom by the end of March. And then what we'd like to do is, once we've been audited, actually launch and get our first aircraft on the register in next May at an organisation called EBACE, the European Business Aviation Conference and Exhibition.
And so what's the response been like so far from aircraft owners?
Well, obviously we've done very little marketing so far, but people have heard of Gibraltar. Needless to say, and Gibraltar has a good reputation abroad. So the company that we're working with has been working in San Marino since 2012. San Marino doesn't have a finance centre. It has very limited legal firms, etc., etc. They've managed to get 400 aircraft already on their register, and that's a steady state. So when people are hearing about Gibraltar, they're going, wow, stable government, common law as opposed to Napoleonic law. And for some owners, that's going to be a great advantage for them to come to us and be with Gibraltar.
Is it true that pilots who land in Gibraltar need like a certain amount of experience under their belt?
Absolutely. The runway is short in compared to most airports you look at in UK or around the world. 6,000 feet is not a long runway. It's perfectly acceptable for the A320 aircraft that we have coming in on a day-to-day basis. But occasionally the conditions here can be challenging, especially with a southwesterly or southeasterly wind. And that's what makes it interesting. Plus, of course, we've got the factor of you wouldn't normally see people walking across the runway. In fact, in a normal airfield, if you have one person walking on the runway, that's what we call a safety occurrence, and we have to write a mandatory occurrence report.
Let alone 10,000 cross-border workers.
Yeah, so you can imagine we don't actually raise a mandatory occurrence report every time someone goes across. And I think also before that we had the cars going across, which was a great. So I think a little bit sensationalist, but yes, it is a challenging airport, but very safe, and you've only got to look at the safety record of the airfield.